Hey! Okay, hold the phone. Okay, hey guys, and welcome back to Ask Again Later. I am Keely, and basically I'm recording a podcast in the Barnes & Noble parking lot because I don't know why. Well, I'm going into Barnes & Noble after this, that is why. I literally skipped class today, and I'm going into Barnes & Noble. After like complaining for weeks about how behind in my classes I am. And I am, but going to this one class was not gonna get me anywhere. And I was like, I'll feel better if I like do things to make me feel more refreshed and then focus on other schoolwork, because I just didn't think I was gonna miss much. So we'll see. Hold on. I apologize. I got a drink from Starbucks because it's the fact that Christmas drinks are out is actually mind-blowing to me, because I'm usually the person that's like all year round listening to Christmas music, but this year I just don't feel ready. And it's not that like if someone plays a Christmas song around me, I will vibe out and I will listen to it, but like I just don't personally feel like I'm there yet, and I don't know why. But maybe it's like because I'm not decorated for Christmas yet. I don't exactly know, to be honest. Also, if you hear like creaking, squeaking, it's my seat because I'm sitting on a leather seat. What else? So today's podcast, I was basically just gonna do like a Q&A, which I know sounds boring, and it kind of is, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna answer boring questions. Like no one cares about what my favorite color is, and I don't even know what my favorite color is. Nobody cares about what my favorite season is. Like that stuff's boring. So I was like looking up questions, trying to find more interesting questions. I wrote a couple of my notes. I think I only wrote like, I literally wrote 3 down, so we'll just start with those. The first question was like, we're just gonna get right into it. And the first question, these are very random, but the first question was talking during a movie ? Like, what are your opinions on talking during a movie? Here's my opinions, and it's very specific. Talk during a movie, I don't care, but there's a very specific thing, I guess. Like, I don't mind if you're, I'm gonna lock my car because I just realized it was unlocked. But I don't care if you're talking about like the movie, or if you're like whispering something really quickly like about your thoughts on the movie. That makes it fun. Like if you're talking a little bit here and there during the movie to like your opinion on the movie, whatever, like that's fine, do it. Like I love that, because then it's like you're watching a movie together instead of just being like silent, which is awkward in my opinion. But if you're having a conversation behind me with like another person about what's going on in your life while we're all trying to watch this movie, get out. Like that's when you just like stand up, walk outside, and go have your little convo, but no one else wants to hear it. That's all. Worst quality in a person. These are so random. Worst quality in a person, I think, is like when someone is self-righteous. And I mean that, well, I mean, you probably know what the word means, but like if someone thinks that they're better than you, or if someone just has this idea that like they're superior and that they are correct and that other people are below them, or like talks like down to you or is condescending to you, get out. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk to you. And I mean that, I don't mean that in a rude way. Like I like talking to people, I'm a nice person, but like if you're gonna try to make me feel like I'm stupid or I don't know what I'm talking about, then stop. You're just rude. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, if you're trying to teach me something, or like I don't know about something and you're nice and you're trying to teach me and help me be aware of it, great, thank you, I appreciate it. But if you're just, you know what I mean, like if you're just doing it to be like higher or above me or above someone else, like stop, because it's annoying. Okay, the next question I'm not gonna answer because it's kind of just not, I'm not feeling it. Let's look up interesting questions that are interesting. I should have had these prepared, but best gift you ever received. Honestly, the one that immediately comes to mind, when I was I don't even know how old I was. I must have been like 9. I really liked Demi Lovato, and it was during her like Unbroken era is when like I really liked her. But even a little bit after like her Neon Lights era, I guess. And when she was on like the X Factor, I watched her on the X Factor. But it was so much. No. What? Whoa. Nope. Brain's not working. No. It was Christmas time, and I really wanted Demi Lovato concert tickets. She was going on tour in February, and I wanted to go to her concert. And the way my family does Christmas, this is gonna probably be like an unpopular opinion. I don't know, because I actually have met some people that are like, oh yeah, that's what my family does, but like as a kid, this is not what anyone else ever did, and it's what we did. So we open presents one by one on Christmas, and honestly, I like it because then it's like you get to see what people are gifting other people, and you get to see every person instead of just like waking up Christmas morning and just like tearing into presents, which I know a lot of families do. But yeah, we went one by one, and it was like kind of getting to the end of the pile. My grandpa's the one, my papa is the one that would pick out presents and like hand them out to people, and that's like the order we would go in, whoever he would hand presents to. And there were like not many presents under the tree left, and like the ones that were under there were like big boxes or like nothing that looked like, oh, that's gonna be a concert ticket. My last present gets handed to me, and it's a big huge like box, right, like a cardboard box, and I open it and there's literally just like the tickets in it. So it was like my family and my dad likes to do that, especially like tripping you out or tricking you, thinking that like wrapping things so that you can't tell what's in it, if that makes sense. So I was so beyond excited, and I went to the concert. I actually met Fifth Harmony. Actually, insert video on I'm recording this podcast to go on like podcast or Apple Podcasts and like Spotify, but I'm also filming it. So if you want to see the video, I'm inserting it here. But Camila Cabello came up to me and she gave me a kiss on the cheek because they were opening for Demi Lovato, and my mom and I were walking through the hall. It was my first concert ever, and they were walking through, and I got to meet them. Kind of. It was like a really quick exchange, but it was amazing. And then I remember as we were leaving, my mom was like, we watched you guys on, and she couldn't remember what the name of the show was. It was X Factor, because that's how they got started, and because Demi Lovato was the host, or one of the hosts, or judges, not host, but we had been watching it. I like literally made my whole family watch X Factor with me because of that. And she was like, we watched you on, and Lauren was like, the X Factor? And we were like, yes! And they were like, just, oh, like, thank you so much, or whatever, I don't know. B. Miller was another person that was on that X Factor season, and I love that lady. I don't know her personally, but I've gone to, I think, 4 of her concerts, and like from the time I watched her when she was like she's probably like 13, 12 on the X Factor, she was always my favorite, and when she got sent home, I was absolutely heartbroken. But now she is killing it. That was a long-winded answer. I don't even know what the question was. Best gift you ever received. Okay, yeah. Personal questions about your French. Oh, that's just like a category of questions, I think. This is the stupidest question. What have you forgotten? I don't understand, because if I forgot it, I'm not going to tell you. I'm trying to think, what else do I want to answer? What are interesting questions? Like, I feel like when you look up interesting questions, they're the most boring. They're either boring or they're like ridiculous. What is your biggest regret? Honestly, I'm gonna sound like, see, this is a thing I hate about making podcasts sometimes, is like, I don't want to come off like I'm trying to sound like wise or like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't. I'm as lost as every other human on the planet. But it said, what was your biggest regret? And I honestly like don't. I mean, I guess there are things that like I look back on and I'm like, I wish I could have done that differently, but like I honestly think regretting things is so pointless, because you're not gonna go back and change it, you know, like you're not going to. And Like, if everything in my life didn't align how it has in the past, I would not be here in this state that I am now. You know what I mean? Like, everything, it sounds so wise, but like everything that's happened has led me to be here right now how I am. So I feel like I don't like saying I have regrets because, you know. Ooh, this is a good one. I have the best answer for this. If you had to get a tattoo today, what would you get? I am obsessed with this idea. And I've had this idea for like a couple years, but I'm not against getting a tattoo, and I honestly probably would, but I don't know where, like, there's no place on my body that I would want a tattoo, if that makes sense. It's also kind of scary because I've said this before and nobody really understands it, but it makes me feel claustrophobic. And I don't know if that's the right word, because anytime I say that to people, they're like, that's not what claustrophobic means. But it is in the sense of like, I feel stuck. Like, I feel like I can't get out. I feel trapped because I'm locked in this body and I can't get it off. Does that make sense? But if I had to get a tattoo, what I would get, and anyone who steals this idea, get my initials tattooed next to it so that I'm giving credit. I'm just kidding. But I would get a tattoo. I have 3 like members of my immediate family: my dad, my mom, my brother. I would think of a word that describes each of them. So for example, like, my mom is kind. That's not the word I would use, but my mom is kind. So for example, I would have her write out the word kind and get it tattooed on myself in her handwriting, and do that for each of my 3 family members, because then it would be like a reminder from them in their handwriting to represent that. Like my mom writing kind. So it's like, it's a reminder from my mom because she's so kind to be kind. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's what I would get. But I honestly love like, many of my family members, especially like grandparents, do not like tattoos, and I don't blame them, but like, I love tattoos. I think they're so cool. What's my nickname? I have a couple, but like, not a lot of people call me them. Only specific people. My cousin calls me Keeks because when we were younger, my brother, my cousin, and I started a little band, but it was like, we were the age where we were so young. I was probably like 4 and they were like 7 and 9 or something. Like, we were young, maybe even younger than that. And we had the like Tupperware tin, or not tins, but Tupperware like spread out on the ground, and we like used those as drums, and like that was our band, and we were Kelto Steffo Keeks. And I remember being so mad because they were like Kelto Steffo and I was Keeks. Like, I felt so lame, but they were like, no, Keeks is cute, like, you're Keeks. I was like, whatever. Oh, other nicknames. Keekers. Keekers is probably the one that people call me the most, like, of nicknames. Keekers. And I think the main reason, my name is Keely, so I think the main reason is actually because for the longest time my Instagram, or not my Instagram, my Snapchat, before they let you change it, which was literally like in the past year and a half, 2 years, my geez Louise, why can't I speak? My Snapchat was Keekers1234567 I think I made it when I was in like 6th grade, so don't come at me or don't make fun of me. Actually, please make fun of me because that's the most ridiculous name in the world. And people in middle school, not a couple people in middle school, called me Keekers1234567 sometimes. Like, obviously they wouldn't say that daily, but like, yeah, I was aware. It was weird. It was long. But whatever. At least they let you change it now. I don't know why they wouldn't let you change it for the longest time. That was stupid. My car is getting like steamy. I don't like that. It's kind of gross. What is the meanest thing you ever did to a sibling, or that a sibling did to you? Oh my god. This is a good question. Honestly, my brother and I get along pretty well. I like can't think of a thing that like we did to each other that was really mean. It was probably something stupid, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's anything specifically that we did that was intentionally mean. We were just perfect, you know? Just kidding. Wait, this is about like people together now. Where's your happy place? California, but not California or on the water in Seattle when it's sunny out. On the water in Seattle when it's sunny out, and then California, but not California as in like LA. California as in, I have family members in California, so like visiting with family members in California who live like outside of LA and farther up north. What would your dream house look like? I have no idea. Go look at my Pinterest board. I have a Pinterest board of it. Just kidding. I don't even know what my Pinterest is, so I can't share. I apologize. Ooh, what is your most treasured possession? See, these are still boring questions, but like they're making me think. My most treasured possession. My dog? Is that a possession? That seems kind of wrong. But my dog, probably. Ooh, there's so many interesting questions, but ooh, no, I don't want to answer any dark questions. Some of these are really intense. What is one opinion from the opposing political party that you actually agree with? Yeah, let's not get into anything like that. What else? Oh, if you could choose a brand new name for yourself, what would it be? Oh my god. I don't know, because there's so many names I like, but I'm like, I don't look like that. Oh my god, you want to hear my list of names? Hold on. Let me read you some of my favorite baby names. Because I do have a list. Cute baby names is what it's called. Okay, Nate or Nathan. I think that's cute. Hudson, I think, is really cute. Now it does kind of make me think of Chase Hudson, who's the like influencer TikTok guy. But you know, it is what it is. Alfie, I think, is an adorable name. Wesley, someone just pulled up next to me and I'm like kind of shy. Milo, Theo, Macy for a girl, Isla, Harley for a girl, I think is so cute. Lennon or Lenny for a girl. What else? Skylar for a girl, Maeve, Quincy or Quinn for a girl, Harlow for a girl. That's one of my favorite names, Harlow. I think that's so cute. Louie and Bowie. Bowie, I said for a dog. I want to name a dog Bowie. Louie for a little boy, I think. I don't know. Winston, I want to have a dog named Winston because I think that's the cutest thing in the world. Let's see what this, okay, I don't think he's judging me. No, we don't care. We don't care about judgment. What? Wade, I have written down. I don't know if that's one of my favorite. Brooke or Brooklyn. I think that's really cute. Hadley and Paisley. That's it. But I don't know, like, any of those names I would want. Harlow. I think I could be a Harlow. Hey guys, I'm Harlow. That feels wrong. Feels really, really wrong. What else could I be? Hadley. Hey, I'm Hadley. That's kind of annoying. I apologize if anyone's named Hadley. I'm not saying your name is annoying because I literally have it written on my names that I like, but just for me, it doesn't work. Maybe Olivia. I feel like I like Olivia, but Olivia is such a common name. But I feel like I could pull off Olivia. What do we think? What do we think? If you have any opinions, comment or DM me. Lennon? Could I be a Lennon? No. No, I don't look like a Lennon. What do I look like? That's what I want to know. A Brooke? Brooklyn? Let me know. Oh, questions. That's what we're doing. I apologize. Oh my gosh, I've been recording for 20 minutes. We're gonna do this for another like 10 minutes maybe, because I think on my camera I can only record for 30 minutes at a time anyways, and then I need to go get a book at Barnes & Noble, even though I'm broke. I don't get paid till Thursday and it is currently Tuesday. But that's okay. Just gotta make it through 2 more days. So if I got 50 cents in the bank account, who cares? That's not true. Don't listen to me. What is your favorite thing to do during your free time? During my free time, see, this is another boring question, but like my answer won't be boring, so just like have faith, okay? No, my answer is gonna be boring. Honestly, I like to watch movies and shows. I'm big about watching shows. My favorites, some of my favorite shows, I have a list of favorite shows. Friends is one of my favorites. I'm rewatching it with my dad right now. That 70s Show is one that I just watched with my dad a couple months ago. Loved that show. Like Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars, Glee. Pretty Little Liars and Glee are probably my top 2 favorite shows. I don't watch Glee much anymore because I've seen it all so much. Well, especially the first season. What else have I watched? Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek is one of the most underrated shows. I don't think I have ever heard someone my age talk about it, but it's so good and it has all the qualities of things that like people like in like a teen drama. Like One Tree Hill, that's another good one. But like One Tree Hill, The OC, all those shows, Gossip Girl even, that are like teen drama, like Dawson's Creek is so good. Dawson is the most annoying character you'll ever witness, but Pacey makes up for it because he is the love of my life. So there's that for you. Go watch. Oh, during my free time, I also like to, I guess, sit in my car and talk to a camera. I love to buy books and read books. I like to buy books more than I like to read them, but like, I'm sorry, that was disgusting. But we both, I mean, what? But both are good. I'm like getting stuffed up and I don't know why. But what else was I gonna say? I like to watch like YouTube videos. And listen to podcasts too. Those are some of my favorite things. Some of my favorite YouTubers to watch. There's honestly only, like, I'm subscribed to so many YouTubers, but there's only like a handful that I actually watch, and I'll tell you those right now. Aspen and Parker, I've watched them for years, and I don't, like, it's not common that I'll watch a YouTuber for like an extended period of time consistently, but Aspen and Parker, every time they post, I'll watch their videos. Ava Jules, I'll watch all her videos for the most part. Nicole Laeno, Laeno, I think. I just recently started subscribing to her, and I don't watch all her videos. I think she's a little bit younger than me. She's in high school still, but she's really just positive and I like her vibe. So I'll watch some of her videos. Who else? The Sterniolo triplets. Those 3 brothers that you've probably seen on like TikTok. I love their videos. I honestly didn't start watching their videos either until like a couple months ago, but I was like feeling down and I had seen them on TikTok like every once in a while. I also don't go on TikTok that much, but I had seen them on TikTok my camera just stopped recording. I had seen their videos on Instagram every once in a while, or TikTok, sorry, every once in a while, and I'd shown some to my mom because I was like, these guys are hilarious, you need to see this. And also like their humor, and I don't know. Anyways, it's just fun. They're just funny. So I showed it to my mom. Anyways, like a couple months later, a couple weeks later, I don't know, a little bit later, I was with my mom and I was just honestly feeling down and like sad and just like not in the best mood, and I was like, what can we watch that's funny? And we were looking on YouTube for videos, and I didn't realize they made YouTube videos because my mom brought that up. She was like, oh, what about those guys that like we watched their clips of the videos? And I was like, I don't know that they make YouTube videos, because I honestly thought they just posted on TikTok because that's where I'd only ever seen them. So I found their YouTube and we watched like a couple of their YouTube videos. They're the funniest people in the world, and like I don't know, I love people. This is the same for like Ava Jules. Who else do I watch that like I feel like, oh, Jules LeBlanc is another one who's been posting vlogs that I've always loved her. I used to watch their like daily vlogs when they were like the family channel. But all those people that I just mentioned, like, they're the type of people where you just can tell that they're genuine, if that makes sense. And I know you never really know someone until you meet them or like you've talked to them, whatever, but like it's so nice to watch people that are genuinely like just having conversations, being honest, being themselves, and actually also care about people and aren't just like making drama and like clickbaiting you and like doing all this stuff to get like attention. And like these people that I watch, I feel like are very genuine people and are like in it because they enjoy it and because they like connecting with people, and that's like an amazing thing. Anywho, I also listen to podcasts. Yeah. Oh, I love actually another YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, Sadie Crowell, and I listen to her podcast too, because she's hilarious as well, and she's very honest and she's very genuine, and it's honestly like the only kind of content I want to watch. Like I used to, actually, little confession, I used to watch Jake Paul's vlogs, and people are gonna hate on me for this or come for me because all my friends did, but I watched his like everyday bro vlogs, like from that beginning point of like Team 10, all of that. I was on it. I loved his videos, but now looking back, it's like that was not genuine stuff. Like a lot of that was clickbait or was arranged or was, you know, like they were in it for the content creation of it, if that makes sense. No hate. I mean, people grind your grind, like do your thing, but I do really like and really appreciate people who are just like genuine and they're just like regular people that you're watching. Yeah, that's all. Sorry, that was kind of long-winded. And are there any other questions? Like I feel like this was kind of boring, but just a little Q&A, you know? A little Q&A because everyone wants to learn about me. No, I'm joking. Now I'm gonna go into Barnes and Noble and maybe I'll start a vlog on, oh, look at my freaking, if you're listening and you're not watching the video, I have a picture of Sandy Cheeks in my phone case. It's really funny too because I was at work and I've been doing, for my work, I've been taking like pictures and videos for social media stuff, and I was at work and I had my phone like on me because, well, I usually keep my phone on me, but like I had it set on the counter because I had been using it for like taking videos and stuff, but I set it down where the screen was facing upwards and I was getting notifications, and I was like, oh, that's not professional to have like my phone like lighting up in the background while like people are whatever. So then I flipped my phone over because I was like, oh, I'll just have the case showing. And then I realized that I have a sticker of Sandy Cheeks in my case. And I was like, yeah, that's no better. Like, we just got worse. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. I don't know what else to say. Like, I hope this was like somewhat entertaining. Also, my last podcast that I posted, 18 people listened to it. And I know some people that are listening are gonna be like, 18 people, like that's not a lot of people. Like there are people out here with like hundreds or thousands of people listening to them. And I'm like, yes, but the fact that freaking 18 different people sat down, and that like statistic is like they listened to at least a minute or more. So like the fact that that many people sat down and like took at least a minute out of their day to listen to me is crazy to me. And I appreciate it because this stuff is fun. And that's like all I have to say. Please have a great rest of your day. Go follow the YouTube channel or subscribe to the YouTube channel. See, this isn't my thing. But subscribe to the YouTube channel where I am posting the video version of my podcasts. And I think the name of that is, it's actually Keeker's POV. Keekers POV. And then my Instagram account for the podcast is Ask Again Later Pod. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for coming and hanging out with me. It was kind of chill, kind of, you know, just laid back, but I appreciate you listening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!